Good afternoon, or whatever time it is, anyway. So, let's see. I guess that would be evening. I had to do math in my head and subtract 12 from 20. Anyway, so let's see. Last time we did through Widget Factory, so next is Witherwood Castle. So we're almost to the end here, except that there's one series that I don't think that I've done, although I think I have downloaded it, and that's AZB's series. I forget how those start or go or end, but I need to go through those at some point. I think I must have passed whichever one was the most recent a while ago and just not noticed it, because I don't remember ever having actually played them, but I think I'll just save those for after Zonhin's tutorial. Anyway, that probably won't be relevant today. So, Witherwood Castle by Roger. A castle built to the top of a mountain by Lord Calciomen, a maniacal nobleman with a lot of money and very few wits. Trying to have a dinner party while listening to monsters skittering around in the dungeons is so barbaric, so Vithro's been called in. Outer Gardens. Vithro paused for a moment to catch his breath. Why did that so-called lord have to build his castle on top of a mountain? I'm tempted to charge extra for this. Unfortunately, the rules of the guild were quite strict on pay scales. They were also quite strict on salvage, since Smite Master Merkish Shorthorn looted the entire contents of the manor house, claiming that all the silver had been eaten by roaches. Oh.
Well, you will castle infested with all kinds of nasty creatures, most improper. So if we get rid of them, that would be just your years of bottom of standard, of course. Oh, this is my button. He'll guide you through most of the castle, and he'll hopefully be of some use to you. Right, I believe that's everything, so good luck, and try not to make too much of a mess.
Follow me. The road's up here. The coach is now used here.
Oh, and don't mind the irritating little habit of speaking in rhyme. He got hit on the head last year, and he's never going to recover.
Alright, we have voice acting. Wow. This is a Rooted Hold era thing. So pretty rare for this period of time. I mean, it's rare in general, but even more so for this old.
Kill them all, don't leave a thing, and I'll meet you at the Southern Ring.
Alright. This is a quality hold we're playing. Nothing too big a deal so far, puzzle-wise, but there are some interesting things going on with the decoration.
Oh, not a thing from the tool shed. I just tidied.
I guess, guess the excuse for there not being any tools in the tool shed is that he just cleaned it up. So he was getting ready to put tools back in, and then there were roaches. Let's see, I think I'm better off going here. Yeah. So, none of these are terribly impressive to me nowadays, but they are actually some kind of strategic setup, where you need to get some good shelter or else have decent killing thing behaviors. This isn't much of a room though here. It's just, here's a few wraithlings, I guess. But again, the aesthetics are on point. What does the scroll say? Mind the gap. Okay. So was the person who made this hole British? I don't know. It seems like at least the voice actors are, but again, that could also be affected. Yeah, that seems pretty likely. I wonder if there's a credit scroll anywhere. I didn't see one at the start of the hole, but maybe there's one at the end. Although I don't know that I'll make it that far in this session. Alright, I guess I haven't been to the north. Okay. I might look there. Let's see, just as a guess, I would suspect the person who's doing... Let me try to put words into sentences. So the character who I suspect the most might be the architect would be the butler, since he's supposed to be guiding you through the place all the time. Oh, there's no actual... Oh, here's the credits, actually. Here we pay tribute to all those who made Witherwood Castle possible. Creator of Witherwood Castle, level designer, voice actor for the Lord, the Golem, and the Butler. So yeah, that's what I thought. The architect is the Butler, is the voice of the Butler, but also the Lord, and also Golems apparently, who we haven't encountered yet. The Gardener, Mark Williamson. The Laboratory Tourists, Madhava Eldritch James. The Devout Priest and Guards. There's going to be a priest, I guess. Alexander's Nirk Dubelbeis. The Goblins, Mark Kramer, The Bridge. The East Wing Builder, voice acted by David Magus Edelman. Mineral Garden Engineer, voice acted by Jordan Toft Lewis. Miscellaneous voices, Jonathan Skyam Hogg. Designer of a part of the Southern Wing, Michael Agent Icarus Cripps. And beta testers, Michael Criggs, Jonathan Hogg, Roger Barnett, Milo Space Mage, Kie Eslo, Tokyo Kid, Dex Stewart, Vitro. I recognize about 3 of these names. I know I recognize Eslo, Tokyo Kid, and Vitro. All right. Interesting. I guess the south wing is... I guess the way you get to the south wing is you go all the way north and then you go downstairs. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe what looks like south to us is actually north navigationally. That's possible, right? Sorry, I have some allergies going on because it's spring. Roach Kings are a mythical creature. Their existence has been postulated from the reproductive cycle of a roach queen. Something must fertilize her eggs, but no creature that does this has yet been seen. Considering the danger posed by queens alone and the hostile environments in which they are found, no hunters are in any great hurry to attempt to find a roach king. Wardus Mustelin, Dugandy Royal Zoologist. Yeah. The point is,
Well, there's worse than here. They're reading at it than you fear. Take them out. When it's happy, you'll make them inquire. Very happy.
the point is that this level is all about roach queens, I guess. The previous level was more or less about roaches, although it had some wraithlings. Here's the one about roach queens. But there will still be roaches. Hold on, let me read that. Let me make that audible. Rolavox. Is Rolavox a canonical place in Dugandy somewhere, or on the 8th somewhere? Oh, that's kind of clever. These arrows do let the roaches off of them. Tunnels. Tunnels. That's a dead end. Don't want to go that way. So this is actually kind of tricky because the wrong placement of roaches near a tunnel is going to make it impossible to survive entering that tunnel. Let me start again. Can I even reach all the tunnels right now, or do I need to get beer from the east first? Oh, no, I see it. So I need to go... Yeah, that's the confusing part, because this looks like it goes... There are a bunch of tunnels that are facing the opposite of the direction in the room that they are, if that makes any sense. That's a dead end, though. Don't want to go that way. That might have just become unsurvivable. At least from this entrance. I don't know. I feel like I'm entering from the wrong side or something. Like maybe I'll have a better time if I enter from the northern eastern entrance instead of this one. Sure. What an excuse to have an arrow maze. It'd be funnier if this was all bridge, but bridge hadn't been invented yet. Because then you really would be destroying the priceless work of art. We have a problem with those roaches over there. I don't want them getting into the arrow maze. That should be better. Huh. He only complained twice and not anymore afterward. I guess I didn't destroy the arrows. Is this survivable now? Not sure it is. Maybe there's some clever way to lure them later? I kind of doubt it though. I think I need to run to this. Yeah, and do that. And hope that I can still kill what's over there. Yeah. This looks like it should be doable. Yeah. Alright then. Tunnel maze. I'm trying to get to the other south exit. That's this way. Oh, okay. Or I probably clicked a key or something. Okay, can't do anything in this room this way. I guess I'm not allowed to enter this way, so I'll have to come back the other way. Alright then. Let's just go north in that case. Oh look, it's an orb puzzle probably. Yep. That's an orb puzzle, alright. Oh boy.
Halfway closed, so grind your brain and strain your head. Close all the doors, and all the hope comes.
So his hint was that if you close them all, then you can open them? Oh, yeah, okay. I stumbled into a solution, hooray. Level 2. Alright, this looks possibly survivable. I just need to live long enough for all the roaches to stop moving, basically. I didn't notice there were a couple of queens, but there's only 2, so they're kind of irrelevant. There we go. Nice find where to survive puzzle, I guess. Alright, now let's actually go west here. Another different kind of orb puzzle. I guess I'll just kill what I can kill first. And then bash the nearest orb and see what happens. No. How do I open any of these? So that closes. That has nothing attached. That has nothing attached. This opens from there? Alright, so at some point I hit something that closed a door. Okay, so I'm not allowed to hit this orb, I guess. Because why? I don't know. But I'm just not. So go hit that orb instead. Weird. What? Why? Okay, let's just try this again. So this only toggles that. Wait. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay. Can I restore to later? That's probably good enough. I didn't see the orb that's way over on the right was actually relevant because I couldn't, I was looking on the west side around where the door I was trying to open was. But I guess that was a mistake. I shouldn't need access to that orb anymore, so I can close it with this one. Did someone talk in this room? No? I'm clicking Beethr's portrait and nothing is happening. I think that means nobody talked. Unless well, it's not shift click. I know what shift does. I don't know why I tried shifting. I I guess there's just a person down there because why not? They had nothing to say, they just existed.
Sir, these out of the walls. They seem to be exploring long.
Too bad. Secret room. Just kind of an old-fashioned boardroom, mostly, it looks like. Yeah, attacking that line is a mistake. I should be mostly taking advantage of shelter instead of trying to kill off all the roaches. Alright, pretty easy. Back through the walls that just magically repaired themselves. I mean, not that they don't usually do that, but you know. I probably have a slight turn disadvantage from entering from the wall, but I don't really care. Looks like I won't really have too much trouble with this room anyway. And that's the level. Alright. East Wing, which you get to by going north in the South Wing, and then going downstairs. The evil eye, named in the old tongue as Oculus Malefactia, has been known to smite masters for generations and is ranked alongside the Dungeon Roach in the list of the oldest foes. Shortly after it was first cooked, eyeball pudding was added to the list as well. Nutton Milforth, Smite Master 3rd Class. Okay. I need to be a little more careful about this. He's gonna say that a few more times while I try to work this out. Is there anywhere that doesn't get me things from opposite directions? There we go. Alright, now I have shelter and I can be reckless again. I am happy I have F3 to use for this. What's the deal here? It looks kind of like I need to wake up all of the eyes before I can drop the trapdoor. So that's going to be fun. This is like the exact opposite of your usual room that's set up in a way like this. Like 90% of the time, if you see a room where there's a bunch of eyes and some walls and there's only one way to get to the eyes, it's usually, oh, you can't wake up any of the eyes or else you lose. But this is the opposite. You have to wake them all. I found the exit level room. Here's the room where you're supposed to not wake some eyes. I think F3 is going to be indispensable here. Even though there are eyes you can wake up mixed in with the ones that you can't. And this was before they had vision tokens, or I suspect the architect might have been. I mean, I get the sense that this architect is good enough that they probably would have used one if they existed. But of course they did not. I can't go that way, I need to go like that. Yeah, it looks like I need to kill all of the eyes in this section before continuing out to where the eyes you can't wake are, so let's just do that. Gotta backtrack all the way back around. It's fine. We didn't have access to any of the numerous things that would have made this less tedious at the time. And it's not too bad, really. Alright. To this, back to the north. I already went south. I forgot that. Can't go this way. I mean, maybe I could lure all the Wraithlings to my tiny little area, but I don't think it's worth trying. Guessing that I need to do that to start this room. And now my goal appears to be to kill these eyes. But carefully. So I guess I'll go for the first orb I can reach. Yeah, so now I can't get past that. Okay, so I need to actually place the mimic differently. Alright, next. I just find that being able to see the eyes' sights helps me see what I'm doing a little better, even though it's not really a big deal in this room. I need to move him. There we go. I was going to say I need to move him vertically or something. But anyway, on to the southmost of these, which will actually restrict my movement the least out of all the eyes, I think, because it'll just prevent me from from being in the middle, like the exactly 2 tiles here, but I guess we'll see. It is nice that if you open one door and then change your mind about which eye you want to kill, the other doors close the other eyes. It's kind of helpful in its own weird sort of way. I mean, they don't just close the eyes, they also close the part that makes these eyes a problem. Now it's just walking all the way to the end. I don't even need F3 anymore. Oh, it's classical eye crowd horde, eye horde. Yeah, that's all the structural walls. How do you build things over a pit in the first place, I wonder? Oh boy, trapdoors. Let's just get rid of all these guys first. Then I can engage in trapdoor busy work. I mean, puzzle.
Careful, that's very forward. Got it, not
Okay. I can't do that. I have to do this. Yeah. I have to be careful with that force arrow. Maybe I'll try to clip it first. Nope, can't do that. So these first few moves are completely forced. Nope, this is not solvable at this point. There we go. Well, I broke all your temporary floors, but I got rid of the eyes, so surely that's good enough. Now I'm permitted to go west from the entrance, but I also want to go west from here. Oh boy. It's another horrid arrow maze. But this time it's in diagonal form. I just kind of have to hope the architect was nice enough to not put any dead ends here. Okay. Slightly painful there, but fine. I guess I'll go north since I'm doing a depth first search in the first place.
Put in the rest of the floor and it'll look lovely.
Oh boy. This is some manner of orb puzzle, I guess. Okay. Yep, this is an orb puzzle. This is like the worst.
Put in the rest of the floor and it'll look lovely.
Huh. Okay, well, this is actually kind of a straightforward idea.
Oh, you're not still rhyming, are you? I thought the doctor said it's better by now.
Okay. Well, anyway, this structure just means that I should just start at the east and then hit exactly whatever gets the eastmost button to happen. The farthest along of the doors to open. So this is much more straightforward than the previous orb puzzle. To the point where it's like, why is this even here? Oh well. Back to the entrance. Oh boy, it's a timer. But at least it doesn't ambush you with a timer when you first walk in. Also, you can take advantage of some eyes a little bit. Alright, let's... I guess it probably would be more efficient to wake a bunch of eyes, but it would also be harder to control that. And control kind of helps me be efficient in its own weird sort of way. I feel like I probably have time to get to the exit still. Yeah, okay. This is a very generous timer. Didn't expect any mad magic from the player or anything. That's good. Looks like there is a room to the northeast that I just didn't go to. Alright. Oh. Okay.
Sorry about that. But we're 3% under budget. That's 0.2%. I missed that.
Is that 0.2 percentage points or is that 0.2%? Because those are two different things. Oh. Thanks for letting me know in the middle of my gameplay, thereby interrupting it. You're very helpful. Statistics, man. I need to be a little careful here. I'll just do it this way. I'm basically conceptualizing this as I'll go in on this edge and then come back out on the other edge. And I'll worry about exiting where the green doors are later, after I clear the room, and come back. I need to be careful with this spot. Let's do this. Just need to clear up all those things. And turn that way. Oh, no? What about now? Yeah, that works. I know for almost certain that Dugan's Dungeon had a room very much like this, except that it was more regularly spaced, and it was just like a 3-wide, I think it was just a 3-tile-wide hallway of trapdoor, or something like that. Something relatively narrow and regular shaped, with eyes on both sides that you had to very carefully navigate to survive. What would be horrible is if there had been a red door in this room. I think maybe the room I'm thinking of did have a red door, so you had to be really careful about how you used the trapdoors to kill the eyes. There we go. Seems like that construction guy really wanted to watch me clear the room, and then he left. So this has exits that don't go anywhere. I guess in theory. Wait, so the butler was right here while there was a green door in his way and a bunch of eyes waiting to kill him? That's kind of suspicious, isn't it? I guess this does technically serve as an explanation for where they came from. I don't know. This is where the exit lobby was, right? Yes, near the stairs. Once again, you go downstairs in the under construction east wing, you go down the southern stairs, and it takes you to the laboratory. I was hoping it would be a west wing or something. As he entered the laboratory, Beethro remembered a tale that an older Smite Master had told him as a child about an unfortunate man who left his stock of mimic and decoy potions in his wine cellar. The poor man ended up having to say goodbye to his guests at least 10 times after every dinner party. That sounds more like a clone potion thing, but I guess those hadn't been invented yet. And I suppose I should interpret that to mean this will be the level focused on potions, although there are none in this room, and the previous level had decoy potions, so I don't know. Yeah, that's true, but it still seems silly. It's like, to get here you go north and then go down some stairs. It's not going down some stairs that bother me so much as the fact that you go north to get to the south wing. And then in the south wing, you go north to get to the east wing. Seems like that should be, you know, the north wing, even more north wing, and the really north wing. We finally went south and we wound up in the laboratory and not in any wing at all. Wings. Just wanted to get rid of that wing already. I've been at this hold for about an hour. I feel like I should move on at this point. Alright. Yeah, this is a pretty nice hold, but I should move forward. It's not terribly hard, but I think it's good quality for the era that it came out in, for sure. It's not hilariously trivial awful, but it's also not amazing puzzle-wise. I don't know. Wally Ollie and the Adder by Larry Merck. Oh boy. So that should be a comma between Wally and Ollie, I guess. Meet Wally and Ollie. They're twins who just can't seem to ever get along. But that's not their biggest problem. Adders is what they're really worried about. Maybe Beethro can help Wally and Ollie with their problems. Oh man, Snakes by Larry Merck. This was going to go wonderfully. Beethro meets Wally and Ollie, but no voice acting. Hi, I'm Wally, and I'm Ollie. We're twins, and I'm 91 seconds older than Ollie. Now why did you need to tell them that, Wally? Because it's very important. It doesn't make any difference. 91 seconds. Now, I'm the same as you. 91 seconds. I'm better than you. 91 seconds. Come on, Wally. 91 seconds. Enough, guys. You wanted my help? There are some snakes we need you to get rid of. They are adders. Same thing. Adders. The adders are snakes, Wally. Adders! Stop it already! I'll kill the snakes or adders for you. Okay. It's almost a shame that this didn't have voice acting. Testers, Blondebeard, and Curious Shy Rabbit. Here's something about what adders do. Adders move before other monsters in this hold. I recommend using a serpent clock. Ugh. Wally and Ollie can be killed by Beethro's swords, but the citizens cannot? Press space to skip over conversations. So the scroll already lied to me, so I don't know what to think. On the surface. Adders on the surface. Ollie, do you think Beethro can kill all the adders? Why do you ask, Wally? Well, it's just that he's a bit fat. And he doesn't look very smart either. Wally, where are your manners? It'd be better to say Beethro is a bit heavy and... guys, I'm right here. I can hear everything you're saying. Right, good luck killing those adders, Beethro. Okay, you can kill them here. You just can't kill them in the very beginning. Sure. Here's a hub room. Here's another hub room, which doesn't actually hub anywhere, but okay. Oh boy. Ollie, how do you suppose Beethro's gonna kill this adder? The adder's gotta eat a lot of citizens. Are we safe here? I sure wouldn't want to be standing near a doorway. Sure. What is this complete nonsense mess? So these buttons do that. These are scripted. This opens that. I guess I'm supposed to just feed this adder lots of things and hope for the best, while also being completely unable to move, because that's a good design. Yeah, alright. Well, that's not what I was aiming for. Alright, I guess I'm not allowed to do it that way. Yeah, I don't think this is realistic to expect of anyone to ever do. Like, maybe if I had enough control to actually move around outside of the box, then it would be okay, but this is ridiculous. No one's gonna be able to do this without, like, manually calculating every single move way ahead of time, which is not any fun at all. I know how snakes work, but it is physically impossible to internalize that in a way that's actually, like, intuitive. That's the whole point with my problem with these. Like, I know how snakes work, but that doesn't change the fact that every time a snake does something, it makes... Not every time. Like, there's a difference between knowing how something works and being able to completely, comprehensively predict every single thing that it's ever going to do forever. Like, those are two different things. There's a difference between knowing how something works and having a feel for something. And I think it's not possible to have a feel for snakes, because they are way too convoluted in behavior. Here I basically got lucky. Amazing. Like, I don't feel like I did anything clever or had any cool ideas, I just was lucky, and that's it. I mean, that's fine if you want to make a room based on the player getting lucky with their guess. After guessing randomly for a bit. that's fine, but it's not really an interesting room in my opinion. What do you call it if you bash your head at something and then it just works? I call that luck. I sure didn't calculate this going on. I didn't feel like I was doing anything different from what I was doing before it happened, before it decided to work. Wally, there are 3 adders. Nice job counting, Wally. Beethro and his 2 clones better be careful. You got that right, brother. That'd be older brother to you. Give me a break. 91 seconds. So, what's this about? Yeah, I don't know what this is about, really. Why is there this giant open space here? I mean, this probably serves some kind of purpose. But I don't know what. There's nothing to feed this adder, so I guess I'm just supposed to push it as far away as possible and hope for the best. I don't know. It looks to me like I need to place clones in a way where when they rearm, they'll immediately kill these guys. Not that that's really possible, since they'll be facing... Yeah, okay, if I put this guy exactly behind the adder, the other guy exactly behind the adder, I have exactly enough turns to rearm them, which isn't really enough. So I don't have time to move the clones because they will die if I spend any time moving them. So that's great. And I also can't not move them, because if I don't move them, they won't be able to stab me. So I have no idea how this is supposed to be possible. I mean, I guess the idea is probably that everything needs to be aligned in a certain way where they can face north and kill something by doing that. I need you to go east, please. What? Thank you. So again, this is kind of a lucky timing thing. And here I'm like 1 turn behind or something. Because I want this, basically. I don't know, lucky is admittedly not the right word here, but whatever. And now I just need to wait for that adder to not be stupid. Which apparently is taking a while. Why, I don't know. Alright, maybe I'll try to push him with this guy. This is really stupid. Why does the adder not come toward me? There's absolutely no reason for the adder to be doing what it's doing. This is what I mean about it not really being possible to internalize how adders or snakes in general behave. Their behavior is just complete nonsense sometimes. Why is it going the wrong direction? That makes no sense. You know what I mean. Like, this behavior makes absolutely no sense, and it never will. I guess I'm just supposed to make sure that he's exactly behind me while I'm also timing everything else perfectly. Okay then. No, that's wrong. Wander around more. Like, my point is that if I were to sit down and calculate meticulously exactly what the snake is going to do at every step, then I would know that it was going to do that. But I'm never going to do that because that's not any fun and it's not interesting. That's boring. Calculating what the adder is going to do at every single turn is boring, and I don't want to do it. And I don't think I can really be blamed for not wanting to do that. Have I got the wrong one? I'm supposed to go east first, don't I? Yeah, he's ahead. Okay. There. No nonsense necessary. Here's a secret version. Ollie, I have a fishing joke for you. Lay it on me, Wally. Knock knock. Who's there? Adder. Adder who? Adder, but she got away. She must have been an awfully big one. Laughing. Okay. Oh, okay, there's a force arrow I couldn't see there. What? How is it supposed to be possible to kill that? Oh wait, no, I'm just supposed to delay the adder like I was trying to do in the previous room, but actually that turned out to be the wrong thing to do. Okay. Well, I don't know how to do that then. Ollie, do you know why snakes don't like to go west? I don't know. Why don't snakes like to go west, Ollie? I don't know. That's why I was asking you. Oh, I thought it was another of your stupid jokes. Guys, do you mind? I'm trying to solve a puzzle here. No, that was not the same thing as the previous room. That was asking a completely different action of me, which I don't feel like trying to do. Whatever. I guess that I'm supposed to make this adder eat that citizen. So this is 100% try to make this adder go west, good luck, lol. Okay. This is essentially, as far as I can recall, this is one of those things that you basically have to look up what the correct sequence of moves is or calculate it directly every single time. Not much fun. Like, I'm pretty sure Insoluble linked me to a GIF of exactly what moves you have to do to send a short adder west once. it's very, very precise. Like, it has to be exactly the right timing, and you have to know exactly where to be, and somehow manipulate it into that position in the first place. Whatever. Next room. Beethro wouldn't let the adder eat us, would he, Ollie? Don't worry, Wally. Beethro would never let the adder hurt us unless it were the only way to clear the room. Okay then. What is going on here? So some kind of weird parody thing here that I don't understand the purpose of. Cool. I don't know. I'm gonna try just pushing the adder into this trap because I don't see any reason why it wouldn't die in this trap anyway. Oh, okay, there is something there. I didn't see that. So I didn't see this tile despite it being really obvious, so whatever. I'm just going to presume that I'm supposed to send the adder through this tunnel, although I have no idea why, because that's what the puzzle appears to be saying, is that you need to send the adder through this tunnel. I don't know why I need to do that. I mean, that doesn't really serve any meaningful purpose that I can see. That's not going to magically cause this weird nonsense to the east to work. Any way that I can tell. Nope, that doesn't help. I mean, I have pretty much only one guess as to what I'm supposed to do with a longer adder, but there's not really anywhere to do that thing, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, there's nowhere to actually usefully bump the adder against itself, because there's just a big open square, which is not useful for that at all. So if that's what I'm supposed to do, then it's just demanding something that's not really reasonable to ask of the player. Again, unless the player feels like calculating every single move very, very carefully. Alright, I got lucky with it. Although it looks to me like it shrank twice, which is probably bad. So maybe I need to stab it first. I don't know. No manipulation of a snake is ever trivial unless it's moving along a completely predetermined path. There. Okay. Oh wait, that's not far enough south. Okay then. Well, that's the only form of manipulation that's trivial, so I guess you agree with me that there's no such thing as trivial snake manipulation in that case. Ollie, I'm afraid. What is that adder going to eat? Well, Wally, there are a bunch of citizens over there. Hey, leave us alone. I'm just saying. What will make the adder long enough? Or will that make the adder long enough? I'm afraid not. Okay, then. Like, here's what I'm saying. I made an entire level, basically. I haven't finished it, but I've built what you could consider a full level of rooms that are about feeding adders things, and none of the rooms are about painful manipulation. About painful, like, trying to make the snake go in exactly the right place for exactly the right time. This wants me to push it west somehow. Oh boy. No, I don't think this is happening either. What I'm trying to say is that you can make puzzles about snakes that aren't painful. All you have to do is not force the player to try to calculate every single move the snake is going to make, like 10 moves in advance or whatever. Like, snakes can be used in a way that feels intuitive and fun, but that's not what's going on here. Oh, really? Let's see. Basically luck. This slightly nonsense. No. Try to kill a snake against a corner. Yeah, nothing painful here. I'm trying to do the one thing that the room is basically telling me I have to do, so also to be fair. Okay. What? This doesn't really make any sense. Guess I should try to push the snake south. I don't really understand what the mechanism to the southeast is supposed to be. But I can probably let it out to the north again if I just go stand on the button myself. Provided I can even get it down there in the first place. Which is very dubious with all these ortho squares. Yeah, looks like I could. Why is there a hot tile there at all? Whatever. Yeah, here we are at trying to make a snake go west again. It doesn't seem likely to succeed at any point. Alright, well, I feel like I've seen this room, so I don't feel much like I need to complete it. Huh? Which one is one north? This one? I didn't get it stuck in the northwest corner because I couldn't get it stuck in the northwest corner. That was the northeast corner. It wouldn't have even gone to the northwest corner unless I was standing in it. Well, it's not really similar if it's a different corner, because snakes care about which direction you're in. Alright, I finally got lucky with the timing. Or I don't know. I attempted the timing enough times for it to happen to be the right one. Because I don't really have control over the timing exactly. Well, I accidentally sent it through the Eastern Passage. I didn't really want to. There's just not enough time. There's not enough turns to get around behind it once it's actually where it needs to be. There. Oh, I forgot I need to do something. Okay then. Also, it's kind of silly how the one room where you want to not cut the adder, that is this one, is the one where you're actually allowed to take your sword in. That's kind of dumb. Wally, you know what happened when the Anklich gazed into his girlfriend's eyes? No, I don't know, Wally. She was blinded for life. Wow, that's too funny. You're killing me, Wally. I made that one up myself. I couldn't have guessed. So here there's a mimic. And yeah. Okay. I guess I don't want to try to push this guy west, so I'm gonna try to get the mimic to my west instead. Using this passage to gain some leverage. Using the adder to gain more leverage. And now he dies, and I can try to push this guy west, I guess. By which I meant east, I don't know why I said west. Wow, this room was actually okay, because it was about the mimic and not really about the adder at all. Oh, that's the exit. Wally, I don't get it. What don't you get, Wally? The adder has to be long enough to hold the first door open, but short enough to make it past the second door. Yes, I'm not sure it can be done. You'll see if Beethro can figure it out. Thanks for the vote of confidence, guys. Okay. So how long is long enough and how short is short enough? Looks to me like I need to... Well, alright, I'm not going to work this out without some experimenting, so let's just try to... Okay, these guys are in the way. Could you just kill them, please? Thank you. I'm trying to work things out here. So if I push through there... Okay, that's exactly long enough. And then you basically need to be, I guess, 2 tiles afterward. So my goal should be to, let's see, I think I fed you 3 guys. Yeah, so eat 1, eat, not me, go to the mimics, thank you, eat 2, what is he doing? Whatever, eat 3. Eat 3. No, don't get stabbed. Eat 3. Okay. I mean, this seems quite doable to me. I think the idea is to manipulate the way that the 2 mimics remaining are facing, as well as Beethro relative to each other, so you can do some kind of multiple cuts business. But first I need to actually make the adder eat another mimic. Did you eat your food already? No. Eat your food. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got him to eat 3 mimics like right away before. I don't know what the problem is. There. Okay. I think... I don't... Yeah. I'm pretty sure that I need to have the mimics and possibly... Well, at least the mimics in position before the adder goes in, or sufficiently in position at least to... You're way too close. Like, I need to stab him multiple times. So that means I probably want some amount of things to be in the right way. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of want to stab him when he's on that tile of door, and not before then. So I guess what I need is more like Beethro should be facing this way, one mimic should be facing east, and the other one southeast, like that. And then put them in that order, in the right order. And hope for the best. Oh yeah, I kind of need these guys to not be in the same... Could you not? There we go. Maybe 2 tiles east. Why did one of them block the other one? Screw mid order. Let's phrase like you're answering a question and I didn't ask a question. What I said was, screw move order. As in the thing that you use a screwdriver on. Because I don't like any puzzle whatsoever where the player needs to pay attention to move order is kind of bad. But anyway. Okay, that's the wrong direction. I can still fix that. Provided this guy is actually the correct one and I didn't get mixed up. Are you the right guy? You're not. Oh, maybe that's okay. Probably not. Like, how would I even... No, that's not the right guy. How do I get this mixed up? That didn't look okay. It looked like it wasn't going to work. I need them to move south in tandem properly, to both be facing the same place. Let's just... I don't know why I went this far back. Yeah. Which instance of reality is this? I don't know. But I do know that I have this guy facing the wrong direction for being the second one to go in. And also Beethro's facing the wrong direction. But yeah, my impression is that I need these guys to come south in the right order. Or maybe, I don't know, whatever. Let's just push you through, please. Not stab you by accident at a time when I don't need to. Can I even get there in time? I feel like no. Yeah, no, that's not it. Also, he's not. How do I even make the adder go into place in time? This is the same move order that I had when you said I had the right move order. So I don't know what you're talking about anymore. It's the same. I'm switching it to the other one that's not the one I had before now. Whatever, anyway. So how am I supposed to get Beethro into the box in time for the adder to not... Guess I'm supposed to hope that it goes east now? Okay. And also hope that it goes, Oh, I guess that works. Alright. Ugh. How do you suppose Beethro is going to handle the adder and a roach at the same time? And without his sword? Carefully, Wally, very carefully. Funny, very funny. Well, you're the one who asked the stupid question. Not really enough obstacles to survive a roach with here. So you have to rely entirely on the completely unpredictable snake to survive, which is a bit... whatever. That shouldn't be the point. It's a bad point. If I had a sword to work with, this would be perfectly fine, because you could actually hold on to the roach in some places. Well, I guess I've looked at every room at this point. This might be a multi-level hold, but I feel like seeing all of this first level is good enough for me. I'd rather move on. Interesting premise, just lots of rooms that I don't like, because they rely too much on know exactly what the snake is going to do next turns. Anyway. A World in Miniature by RJ. The End of a World. Okay. A World in Miniature. A World in Miniature. A World in Miniature is just as magnificent. As what? A World in Miniature? Thanks to Larry Merck, Lucky Luke, and Discorin, and one more nameless for comments, feedback, and testing during architecture. Alright, so that's the if you move you die room, and also if you don't move you die. Hooray! That certainly is a choice. So what's the idea here? Looks like careful mirror placement. Yeah. Oop, not that. Not that. How about that? Alright. I don't... What's with all the lava mechanisms? Is there a purpose to that? So... I guess that's black under the conquer token, yes. So I do want to cut all the mud. And also not die because of the mud that the mimics cut. Yeah, I guess I'll exit that way. Huh. That's kind of nice. If you clear the room, you can just use a bomb. Yeah, I kind of thought of that a little in my head. I didn't say anything though, so it sounds like I'm lying. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. I kind of want to... Not quite there we go, but... I don't want to cut it here because then I'm wasting some space I probably need. I don't appear to have a choice in the matter there. No, that can't be it. Tunnels are very annoyingly placed in that I would really like to just move east or west from their positions and I'm not allowed. That's not gonna work. I think I won now? Not quite. So I need to somehow deal with that. Maybe I've lost. Yeah, I don't see a way to get out of this problem. But I also am not really sure what I did wrong, since I did about the most I could as far as waste disposal goes. If I do something like this, I get completely locked in the south side. No, that won't work. Now this one might be too tough for me. Let's try the east. What is my goal here even? I guess I need to kill the roach. Oh yeah, that's who RJ is. I forgot. What is decoy for? What use is decoy? Where can decoy even go? That could even be remotely useful. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Like, what is my goal with these Fagundos? Where even can I put them? So the only way I could possibly kill the roach is by blowing up a Fagundo next to it, but that'll blow up a bomb and instantly kill me. So I guess that I have no way to do anything in this room. Because the bombs encompass the entire room. I can't get rid of the bombs because I don't have any tools to get rid of bombs with. Even if I had complete control over the Fagundos, I still have no way to kill the roach without dying. So I don't know how this is supposed to work. Ah, okay. That's something. That still seems kind of irrelevant, though. Like, I don't see any way to make that useful. Because somebody other than me has to push that orb because it's too far away for me to push it. And that somebody can't be a decoy because I have to face this direction. It can't be a Fagundo because Fagundos can't push the button. Like, I can't survive more than a couple of turns of the Fagundos being in motion. And there's no way for me to actually place the decoy where it can push the button and will push the button. Like, the decoy potion is so far away that it would have to be continually pushing the button. Like, it would have to be standing here facing northeast, but there is absolutely no way I can achieve that. I can't face northeast ever because that will kill me. I mean, basically everything kills me, so I guess that's not unique, but I don't know. Let's just try some other exit of the entrance, maybe? Okay. A token. So somehow I have to kill the goblin on this token. I guess that means that I need the goblin to be... Why won't you move from that position, dude? I need the goblin to be next to the token before I can do anything. So he's gonna come around like that. And now he's stuck. How are you stuck? Why are you stuck? That makes no sense. Oh, duh. Yeah, okay, that should have occurred to me. I actually want him stuck. Okay. Yeah, I just need to be a little ahead. Oh wow, that was so easy. Why was I having trouble with that? Is that... Oh. This is don't kill the Mud Mother or else you can't reach the token? I guess. I need to grow mud in some very convenient way, I guess. And also somehow not run out of room for golems. Oh. Maybe I want him to step forward so that a mud block can grow westward. I'm not sure. Well, no, it looks like I'll be able to kill everybody. I was gonna say I'm not sure how to kill the northern remaining golem, but things worked out themselves before I worried about it even. So that was nice. Okay, we have a stable state at the beginning. If you wait 30 turns, a tar grows. Do I want that? It looks like all I need to do here is kill everything. Oh, but I do need tar to grow in some capacity in order to be able to cut it. So probably something like that, maybe? And then I need a way in there still. So I need to kill these in a way that lets me get in. Which... almost. Well, let me actually wait here. And then I do the same thing, but now there isn't a tar baby growing in my way. There we go. West. There's an adder in your face. Yeah. Okay. It gets itself stuck very quickly. Am I supposed to run with it? No. Yeah, I don't get this one at all. What is the point of any of this? I can't even see how to start this room. Like, everything either kills or traps Beethro in like 3 turns. In like 3 turns. Alright, well, let me try something else. Yeah. So this, that, both toggle this. This needs to be down to push that. The adder can't push that down, so the golem has to push that down. So somehow you have to kill off the adder so the golem runs to the northwest and pushes that down so you can get the conquer token. I don't know how. Anyway. I want to see what's west of the entrance. Another room with Fagundo events. Yeah. What? So all of my options are bad as far as controlling the Fagundo to do anything useful goes. I have no way to make the options better. Like, I need to face north with the Fagundo. Oh, duh. I can do the token and then face north. What am I thinking about? So what I need to do then is somehow get the Mud Baby in position. I don't see how. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have very many things to work with here. The Mud Baby starts in a very specific position that isn't useful at all. What? I would have to be... I'd have to do something like this, except the Mud Baby would have to be going west while I do this instead. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. What are the haps here? I really want that mimic to go in ahead of me, really. That would be ideal. But that doesn't seem possible. Does that help? Not really. That doesn't help. So, like, the manner in which I'm able to desync the mimic isn't useful here. Because I can only push it north of me, and that's the opposite of what I want. I want it to be south of me, more than anything. This feels like it kinda almost works, but not really. The mimic facing the same direction as me is really unhelpful here. Is there any way to push him south with that guy? No, that guy will always move out of the way too soon. The only thing I can do is push him north with it. And that's not useful. Nope. I don't know how to do this. I need to take a short break. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thing was taken care of. I still don't know what to do in this room. But I have other options for rooms to try, I think. Yeah, I haven't been north of this room yet. Nor east of that room. Nor north of that room, so there's a few options. Seep! Oh, okay. We're forced onto a disarm token. Alright, let's be careful here. Well, to begin with, I can't move anywhere else, so I guess I have to do this. But I prefer it to be the west one that's... Well, that closes everything. That might be useful. Possibly. I think that's the right starting move. Just not too sure what to do afterward. What's with this one? This one's really strange. Why doesn't vertical preference drive the seat north when I do this? Shouldn't he be moving north? That's really weird. Got it. I still don't know why he didn't move north there, but oh well. Interesting. That you think of everything as having vertical preference, like even mimics have a vertical preference of sorts. Anyway, there's a humongous arrow pointing me east in this room, so I guess I'm gonna see what's to the east. Huh? So this is a cutting type puzzle. Where do I want things cut? Okay. So ideally, I would like the decoys to go exactly where the decoy potions are, but I can't do that because there are potions in the way. So what can I do instead? Well, not that. I guess I could try putting a guy there, and then put another guy here. Well, if I could cut without dying, that would work. Let's put this guy there. Oh, I can't put a guy facing that way like that, so I need to do it very carefully like this. But I want to put a guy there, and then not die. I'm doing that, I need to cut from here and not die. How do I not die? Hmm. Alright. This very cramped space makes it kind of weird to try to make everything work. Also, there is no way to go east from here, so there's that. But there is a room east of this one. Alright. So we start out getting in shallow water. We can blow up this bomb, but it just... I mean, that might be a bad thing somehow. This bomb opens some doors. How even... Pardon me. So how can I even get on the Conquer token in the first place? There's no... Yeah, these force arrows make it impossible to get there. Because that's normal water, so I can't turn that into floor of any kind. Oh, I'm supposed to do this. Okay. So I guess my first goal should be to get something on that button. I know that I'm probably not supposed to kill the golem yet. I'm just gonna try to understand the rest of this room before I bother with that. Uh-huh. So something needs to go there. Alright, I think my first goal should be to try to kill the golem in a good place, then. I mean, what I really want is to kill him here, but there's no way to leave him. There's no way to make him stay there. That I can tell. So it has to be a mirror that holds down this button. There is no way for the golem to go all the way over there and stay there. So the golem has to be one of the two stepping stones that I need. Either to get to this token or to get to that button. But there's nowhere for me to stab him that would be useful from. Stab him from that would be useful. Like, if he's here and I'm in a position, any position I can use to get him here is going to be one where he'll just kill me next turn. Yeah. If I can make him stay there for like a second, then we'd be fine. But I don't see any way to do that. Is this at all useful? I don't see how it could be. Like, anything I could use to keep him from moving long enough to kill him is going to be directly in my way when I need to go and kill him. So this doesn't make much sense. There's nowhere I can kill him of all the places that I need to kill him in. Maybe No, the bomb would destroy anything that's holding down the button. Yeah, anything that's holding this open, the bomb will destroy. So there's nowhere for me to put anything that would be safe either. Yeah, there's no way to do this. There's nowhere useful that it's possible to even put the golem. Like, out of every place that it would be useful for the golem to be, I can't put him in any of them. And I absolutely need him to be in one of those places, because otherwise there's no way to do anything. So, yeah, I don't know how you can solve that. What's to the south here? And the east here. Okay. What even? So I have to prevent the tar from growing onto either of these locations. So I need to prevent the tar from growing either southeast or northwest, but I also have to somehow also make the tar grow so that it dies. There's not really much room to maneuver in here. Maybe that will work if I stand here. Yeah, that works. Okay. Oh boy, what is this? This just looks horrific. Trapdoor puzzle, except every time you move, a disarm token happens in your face. Okay. I feel like I should look at another thing. This has a lot of interesting puzzles. They're all kind of hard to parse because they were squeezed into such a tiny space, but not bad. Has one room hold contest. That seems like something I should be able to look on before the hour is through and it's 5 here. Huh. Well, I was trying to read a thing, but it's trying to... It's trying really hard to reach Carabonet. Okay. The Wrong Way by Rabscuttle, a one-room contest with the theme The Wrong Way. Yep. Yeah, like I said much earlier, I think there is a series of holds by AZB that I haven't played. The ones that are like the King Dugan's Dungeon, Journey Druid Hold, etc. tributes. I should at least try those. I think I kept skipping them because I was thinking, oh, I'll start with the first of these first, but I never got around to playing them. So I'm gonna do that after Z, and after that, well, I'm thinking I'll still stream Drawn, but kind of what I'm thinking I might do is like I could do a gameplay stream one week and then alternate that with some sort of architecture stream, like find something that I want to work on building and do that every other week. I don't know. Oh, but before that, between Alphabet Stream and that, I have a Smite Masters selection that I've not played, and I think it would be fun to just stream all the way through that. Maybe. Or at least give it a try. Anyway, I forgot to read the description. In a place such as this, one way is as good as another. Well, I can't go east. Wait, haven't I? I've seen this element before. Why won't he move? Okay, I've seen this element before. I think that someone pointed me to this hold once when I was talking about, or I looked at this hold because it has backwards mimics or something. Anyway. Alright, I guess I'll go north because that's the way that's open. Arrow Spiral by Doom. Yeah. It's some complicated thing using these wubbas to track something. Yeah. Alright, so the goal here is do not get the roaches trapped. Guess I have to trap one of the roaches in each of these boxes. Except I... There is no other entrance. Unless this doesn't lead back to hub like it looks like it does. Oh, okay. Arrow Spiral. I don't like this. All of these arrows are pointed the wrong direction. Level where Dethro learns that journeying against the currents is slow and often tedious. Alright, I thought that was the entry. That's why I was confused, because I thought, oh, it's a one-room hold, so I walked into this room and that's the entry, right? No, that's not the entry. That's the you finished the room, now play it. Now play this to get credit for it room. Which is sort of weird in a one-room contest. Anyway, what is even the anything with this? Well, I can't. It doesn't look like I can exit unless this bomb goes off, so I guess I need to do that first. Just wait around for this bomb to explode. Oh boy. Now, I can start to go out. This is a pretty neat effect, this vortex of roaches here. But, yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to solve this necessarily. The Thing is, if there's enough of a traffic jam, I think these roaches might go unbrained and step on the arrows. So it's kind of less safe even than it looks like. Yeah, see, there's a roach that went against the arrow to behind me now. So I might have no choice but to, like, retreat? I don't know. Not really sure how it's supposed to be possible to not get in a situation like that, but I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of control over anything, so there's just positions where I have no choice but to do that and ruin everything as a result. I guess I can clear out the space behind me by standing on an arrow like this, but not really. I mean, there's not really a lot of control I have over the situation because of how everything is constrained. So it just feels like I have to keep trying at it until something decides to work. Oh look, someone's coming from behind me because I couldn't prevent that from happening ever. So what can I do about it? I don't know. Die, I guess? Or run and lose all my progress? Oh boy, how fun. This is just overall kind of tedious and bad, I think. Like, there's nothing clever going on here as far as the player's choices. There's not really any room to be clever. You're just on this track, and at every step you have exactly one thing you can do, or else you die. Like here, because there's a roach behind me, I can either go backwards or die. Oh boy. And then I get to start the work over again. I can't not clear what's directly in my way. I don't have a choice but to clear roaches that are in front of me in order to proceed and also to not die. Oh man, there's a roach behind me, so I have to start over every time. goes. This is Doom's entry. Well, this is farther than I've made it before. I'm not really sure how to progress at this point. I guess I just have to hope that there will eventually be less roaches and they'll let me forward. Yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, I guess that's that. Now I get to wait around for all the bombs to happen, I guess. What even... Do I really have to go all the way back and start all over again? That's just not any fun at all. Why? Oh boy. How is this even supposed to be survivable? Like, I understand that there are a few less queens, but that's really not good enough at all. Like, not even close. Is there some way to reach those mimic potions before I go back? I don't really see any. Like, let's follow up a really tedious and long room with another entirely different room that's also really annoying. Why? Yeah, this is kind of bad, frankly. That's how I would characterize this. Like, I already solved the room. I went all the way around. Is there any good reason why I have to do it again? But worse? This is like, pick a room. Either the brained room or the unbrained room, not both. have to painstakingly kill all of them so I can survive moving. So I can survive attempting to move forward, or at least in theory try to survive. How even is this part supposed to work? This is kind of broken. There's no way to move forward because every time I try to, I get a bunch of roaches up my back. Well, I officially don't want to play this room anymore. Like, I solved the room, and then I had a completely different room that I had to play because I don't know. Ugh. Let's try the other way. Wrong Way by Larry Merck. Oh boy. You're going the wrong way.
Hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way. You don't know where I'm going.
Is that a quote from something? It sounds like a quote from something.
Hey, buddy, you're going the wrong way. You don't know where I'm going.
I need you guys to come south, come back west, but like in a way that's convenient for me. There we go. And then that guy's in the way, so I need to do something without him. I guess I have no choice but to do that. Well, there we go.
Not that way. Not that way.
You just don't want it to go anywhere. I thought the first not that way was maybe a hint, but no. Yeah, how the heck? How is this survivable?
Not that way.
Well, this one seems a lot more doable. Look, I just noticed that text at the top under the level name. Just some image floor declaring that I'm going the wrong way. That's a nice touch. Alright, well this one was a lot more doable than the other one. So what do I need to do with this one? I guess if I could get them all in a nice, neat line like I did in the other one, that would be ideal. Yeah, something like this. Maybe. Perfect. Alright, that wasn't too bad. more back swiping, I guess, is required here. You need to be very careful how you set up your back swipes.
No!
Ah, that's kind of satisfying. Alright, that was a good room. But you went the wrong way. Now I have to do a horrible goblin room. After that fun room. Oh boy. I say horrible, it's probably not that bad, but I just dislike goblins in open spaces in general. Yeah, this is fine. There we go. Oh wait, I need to actually go north before I... Wait, that's the wrong orb anyway. This is very confusing to navigate. Like, it makes perfect sense, but it's still very confusing. Because absolutely everything is the wrong thing. Which is the point, I know, but it's still like, what? Oh, Cussword Stairs by Yellow Mage. Does such a way exists? Does subject-verb agreement exist? What is all this? Yeah. This is immensely confusing to even look at. I guess I'll just start dropping trapdoors and hope for the best, because I don't know what else to do. Well, I can't go that way, so I guess that's the wrong way. Maybe I should kill all this mud? And these seep? I guess I should use these stairs, maybe? Okay, no, those stairs lead exactly back to the entrance that I came from. So that was the wrong stairs, I guess? This is basically Guess the Stairs, which is the new, hot new flavor that goes well right along with Guess the Scripting. Guess which stairs? Is it this stairs? Oh, it is this stairs. Okay. It's not really this stairs because that leads back to this stairs. So it's not that stairs. And now you get to redo exactly the thing you already did again. I guess in concept this is an idea, but it's not very good. It's not executed. The concept behind this is really not executed all that well. So the only stairs I haven't tried are the ones I can't reach in this area, so I guess I need to go somewhere else. Let's try getting rid of all the tar stuff, because that might do something. Yeah, I'm not especially fond of how convoluted this all is. Excuse me. I probably had an opportunity to kill all the monsters and clear the room before, though, so I should probably take advantage of that. Or did I? No, I can't clear the room because of this roach, which I think was started there. He might as well have started there. Yeah, I don't like this entry. I'm gonna move on. Way to go, question mark by Chalks. Someone should have made an entry called No Way? No Way! Like the Sonic 3 and Knuckles rune. Choose, but choose wisely. Well, I guess I need to step on that fuse to be able to kill the queen. But eventually I'll be able to go through here anyway. But the queen will get stuck. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just need to put these two in position to prevent that. Oh. Yeah, numpad bug. Wow, that's silly. It's kind of an awful rune. Or, yeah, I don't know. What were the judging criteria? Because it did implement the concept of going the wrong way, I guess. Technically. Is there any... I don't know that I can... 2 golems doesn't seem like enough to keep a queen pinned. I need a 3rd one or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see how that can work. I should just try some other part of the room first and try to get a feel for what's even going on. It's not fun. I tried it, it was not fun. Unique? Sure, it's unique today, but it's not fun. It's annoying. It's guess which stairs. Oh, sorry, you guessed the wrong stairs. Guess again. It just looked like a mess to me. Whatever. I think my problem is that the content of the puzzle is partially hidden and not in a nice way. Like, the puzzle appears to be guess which stairs you're supposed to actually go to, and then there's just a lot of noise to confuse the issue. I don't really consider that to be very interesting. How can this snake die? There's nothing really to kill it against. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of this. There's just a lot of parts that are all confusing to work with. I mean, probably I'm supposed to carry something from the north section into the snake section to kill it. Like a queen or something. I don't know. I'm just stuck on trying to make this part work. There's, like, I need 3 golems and I need more room to put them in than this gives. More room to manipulate them into position. This just isn't enough space to actually put the golems anywhere useful. Like, this is exactly the tile the queen will go through. And there's no way to block this tile because there's no way to put a golem on this tile. So, I don't know. Maybe I could make a mad dash to the north while the queen is stuck against a spawn here and then try to push her west? But in that case, the golems are kind of irrelevant if I could do that. If that did work. Which maybe that's the point and they're supposed to be irrelevant? I don't know. Oh right, while I was here, I kind of wanted to try to push the queen not into a pocket there. Alright, let's simultaneously try to make the queen spawn in a convenient place so that she'll actually go north. Yeah, but I'm also concerned with pushing that queen into the snake box. And I kind of need her to not be where she was to do that. And I'm not sure that'll work either, but she's closer to a useful position. Yeah, I'm trying to consider multiple things simultaneously. I'm really not sure still that I even have the right idea with that. I mean, maybe I do, but I need to find a way to walk past this queen without her getting away from me. Maybe. Alright, now at least I'm in the correct direction relative to her. No. I also need her to not go too far south. I literally just need her to go east from here. Yeah. If I could say the right direction word. So maybe... Alright, so she's in the right. This is very tricky to try to manipulate a queen in this position without just getting killed by everything. I have not had her go quite so far west. Well, I have to do something to kill that snake. And a roach flood would really be ideal for that. Not have to do any weird manipulation of the snake. Alright, let's make her spawn when I do this. There we go. way, man. Alright, let's try it this way. Yeah, this is why this is going to be a pain. Because these are roaches. They're just going to chase me around. I don't want that. I want something that I can push into where the snake is going, which is why I want the queen. But I feel like I made my reason perfectly clear, and like it's a perfectly good reason why I want the queen in there and not just a roach. Whatever. Yeah, I'm spending too much time on this entry anyway. It's like 5 rooms in one to begin with. I should look at something else if I'm going to continue at all. Actually, I wonder how many other entries there are. It continues another 2 here. Okay, this hub gimmick is cool the first time you walk into one of these rooms, but it gets to be really painful by the time you just want to look around and see what's around. I've looked at half of them. It's 5, I'm clearly tired and like not evaluating things all that fairly. I'm gonna look at the rest of the entries next week, okay? Or not next week. Next week is Easter, and I'm going home for Easter, so next time I stream, which will be week after next, then I can look at the rest of the entries. I think this is as much as I want to do for today. I'm just kind of... like, I think it's pretty clear that I'm just, I don't know. I'm kind of mentally strained to some extent. I've looked at a lot of tough puzzles, solved a few of those. Has that rock texture always looked like that? Anyway. And this is also a contest. And this is something. Anyway. Oh. So it'll be a couple weeks because I'm going home for Easter. For the moment, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of the week. Have a good Easter, I hope. And farewell for now.